This is Jonathan St. James, and you're listening to The Truth is Still Straight podcast. All right, folks, this is Jonathan St. James, and once again, it is The Truth is Still Straight podcast. Thank you. And before we begin, I want to give a shout out to those who can be here. That's LaDon Marie, Dawn M. Kane, Donnie St. James, and Jim. And yes, you can boo. I appreciate it. All right. So moving on. Before we continue, I want to give a shout out to all the supporters of the Truth is Still Straight podcast. And that would be Pedro Falcone, Tatiana Cruz, Lee Jones, Sister Millie from the West Coast, V, Mr. Wilkes, Mahir, Milton Gonzalez, Beverly, Snotty, Tessie. Can't think of anyone else. Jennifer, if you're listening or watching, and anybody else who supports the show. Thank you. So the reaction here today is going to be Kendra G show. Kendra G is a radio host that hosts on Facebook as well as YouTube. And this is a video off of YouTube of not Facebook, I'm sorry. Maybe Facebook. I'm not. Yes, she does have Facebook, but more so Instagram. That's what I'm really trying to say. Instagram Live. And she has a relationship show, Singles Only, or something like that, where she tries to get women to say what they want, or men, and hook them up. Now, this particular one is she met a guy after appearing on my show, said it was terrible, and he called to give me his side. Now, here's the thing. This woman was on before. She was cray-cray the first time she was on.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
And I can tell you a synopsis of the last show that she was on. She's in her 30s. She was married twice. The second husband helped her pay for the divorce to the first husband. Now she's kicked that guy to the curb and has 2 kids. I think they say the age on here. I want to say it's 4 and 11. Not 100% sure, but she's looking for love once again.
Oh, hell no!
So without further ado, we are going to start the show.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Girl, we got to get an update.
Girl, do we?
Well,
Nah, B.
Okay, I think I remember some things. You were married. You were going on a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Are you officially divorced? You're still not officially
She belongs
divorced.
to the streets.
No.
Okay, for those who don't know, let's start from the beginning. Tell me your name again.
My name is Mari, and I live in Kansas City.
She lives in Kansas City.
I have 2 children.
2 children.
I've been married twice.
Okay.
And
But
I'm
I
working
told
on
you.
my divorce with my second one, but girl, stuff don't be going the way that you plan it.
So she said.
And one thing that you said last time is
I
you
want
was
a
married-
666.
So before we get to
cat.
that, you had a lot of quotables. The first quotable was your second husband paid for the divorce of your first husband.
Yeah.
So now you need the third husband to pay for the divorce of your second husband.
Yeah, but that one was a joke.
So, as I said before,
I smell cap.
now here's where she's lying on herself. I'll try not to interrupt so many times, but she's lying on herself because if you were joking, why would you not say you were joking the last time you were on? You went with it, you rolled with it, and you never once said you were joking about it. Now, here's the thing. In this video, she's going to confess that she has this wonderful relationship with her husband, ex. Oh, no, husband, not ex yet, but yet she can't get divorced. So, in my mind, this woman suffers from
emotional damage.
Let's continue.
Okay, so
It really was a joke. I promise you it was a joke.
Okay, but
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: did your second husband really pay for the divorce of the first husband?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
because at that time in my life, I just didn't have it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I was, 25, just building my career. Like, I just didn't have it. And he's 10 years older than me, and he did. So.
Okay. So let's go through some things before we go in. What was the feedback you got? I know you got an update.
Oh, my God. Okay, so let me just say this, Kendra. In my DM came one of your friends.
Who's my friend?
He said he was your friend.
What's his name?
He goes by DJ Killatouch. His name is Adam Rosen.
I know. I do know Killatouch.
I smell cap.
Sound like using me as a name plug though. But
Oh,
I do know
definitely
him.
did. And girl, when I tell you, it was a fucking mess. A mess. I went down and I seen him in Florida.
Kids in the background.
It was very, very poor and very, very dirty and very, very. It was not it, girl. It was not it. And he was sitting up there name dropping all these celebrities, like, oh, he with all these celebrities, but his money.
So, lady, I'm going to say straight up, this is what you need to do.
That's why you will buy a dog and die alone.
Because one, you are in the
danger zone.
And the problem is because people, if you're serious about common sense and understanding, this woman went out her way to sign language. Sign language is shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. And before this video is over, this woman will do all those things. So is the problem him?
Nope.
Is the problem her? Yes. Why is the problem her? Because she is.
This is a certified hood classic.
And that is the truth. Men, stop elevating this kind of women. They are problematic and will continue to cause problems if you let them.
Message.
And that was a recipe for disaster, and it occurred. So let's be honest, peeps. When you're dealing with these kind of women, just go away. If you can, do one of these. And take off. Because if not, it'll be
one eternity later.
And you will feel like an anvil dropped on your head. So if you don't want your boys to be laughing at you, you better take the money and run. All right, let's continue.
He is tied up in his artist, yada, yada, yada. And I don't even air people out, but I'm going to air him out.
So you do air people out.
First of all, the first thing was he is a Caucasian and he says nigga.
Racial.
And he said that all of his black friends and, you know, everyone who he's ever been around, no one has ever told him that that wasn't appropriate.
You get in that
That's
bag.
a lie. We've had a conversation. Touch was on the show one time.
So here's the thing. I'm sure she played telephone in that, and he probably says something of the sort, but not exactly it. He does come on and clarifies what he said, and Kendra sort of glosses over it. What he says to her is he said that people around him did not mind. He didn't say all people did not mind, but he did say the people in his atmosphere don't mind. And Kendra, although she claims him as a friend, doesn't tend to really be in his atmosphere like that. So I think he's referring to the people that he talks to every day and says these things in front of them. Not that I agree with it, because I never use that word. Don't see a need to. But again, and before I forget, you need to buy one of these Maury, because you're shaking that phone and it's utterly annoying to watch. Let's continue.
Before, and see, the thing is this. I know exactly what you're talking about. First of all, I do know Touch. I work in the entertainment industry. He's a person that works in the entertainment industry.
I think everyone
so I have
knows
known
at this
him to be in
point.
my industry
I don't know
for
who
a
that's
very
about.
long time. And we do have a rapport, but we have had that conversation about him using the N-word several times. Actually, one time on the show, we kind of had that conversation of him using the N-word, but he doesn't understand that there are people in his circle. You know, see, NY is a little different. There's people who around the world don't like Hispanic people using the N-word, right? But in New York, it's kind of accepted. But you know, the world's
right. And I want to say why that is for the most part. And the reason why that is because over the years, people have come to understand what exactly Hispanic and Latino people are. And Latino or Hispanic people tend to usually be a mixture of white Europeans, blacks from slavery through the slave trade, and Taino or Native American. So there's a mixture of those. There are differentiations between Caribbean Hispanics like Dominican, Cuban, Puerto Rican, and North or South American Hispanics, such as Peruvian, Mexican, Guatemalan, Salvadorian, Ecuadorian, Argentinian, and all those folks. And I can't forget Panamanian, who has a high concentration of Africans from mostly Jamaica, although there are some that are from Africa directly during the slave trade, because these are places that they settled on upon the generations ago. Columbus, Buccaneers, and so forth. And that's how the race of Latino, Hispanic came around. Let's continue.
It's smaller because of social media. So I'm a firm believer every black person has their own individual right to feel about that word. And if you are a black person that's offended when anybody that's not black says the word, that is your right. And can nobody challenge that?
Agree.
Yeah. So I don't like that Killer Touch says that word either. We have had that discussion before.
Girl, yeah. And he
But let me see if I can. I'm gonna text him because they're telling me to tag him. So let me see if he's around.
And you can see she didn't want to talk to him
because I don't know if he's gonna answer his phone. So let me just try to call him.
She didn't really want to talk to him.
See if he'll answer. I'm gonna put him on speak. I'm gonna put him on speakerphone.
And meanwhile, girl, I pay for my.
Oh, he didn't answer. He's not answering. Say again.
I said, and meanwhile, like I pay for my own ticket and everything because I said that it wasn't. I'm not on that type of time.
But you went anyway.
Be known from the beginning. I was like, this is not that type of trip. I'm not on that type of time. Like, come on, people. You
know, this is straight cap. She's straight capping because who's paying to, you don't know this guy. So if you were not interested in having a romantic or sexual, whatever the intentions were coming out there, get in your bag with this guy, probably. Why would you be down there paying a flight to go see someone that you have no interest in? Stupid. I don't know who believes that. And if you do, all I can say to you is halfway. All right. This woman is straight capping, but let's continue.
Not none of that. Like,
so you pay for your own ticket to go meet him?
Foolish.
Yeah, of course. It's a $300 ticket on Southwest. I'm on A-list. Like, it wasn't like a big deal. So I was like, all right, boom. I had nothing to do. I was bored for the weekend, and I was like, all right, I'll just go down. And so I did. And girl, it was a mess.
Why was it a mess?
It was a mess. And he was like not a good person. And I was like,
now that's possible.
And I was just yeah, I'm not going to air it all out, but
But you air
girl
it
is
all
a
out.
mess. And so
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to be dating for a little while.
And there's where she was
Okay, well,
lying. So remember, she said that she was only looking for non-relationship atmosphere. Why would you mention that you're going to be dating for a while if you weren't interested in dating this guy, as President Obama says before?
Come on, man.
That's straight cap. And by the way, Stephen A. Smith is calling in to speak to Mari, who's the lady on the bottom. What do you have to say?
Stay off the weed.
And Little John wanted to add to that.
Yeah.
Stay off that weed, lady. You got problems.
Keep going. He actually texted back and said he can't come in.
But you're crazy.
But I did tell him, I was like, she going in.
You crazy.
So you should come defend yourself. He said you crazy.
I believe it.
All right.
Got
so
him.
He doesn't want to come on the show, but his text response is that you're crazy.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Ciao. Okay. I got some receipts. I'm gonna just send them to you though.
Oh, okay.
But you didn't want to dirty.
Yeah,
You didn't want to air out the dirty laundry, right?
Yeah, that's not cool at all.
Dropping that you know me, dropping that. Well, I'll talk to him about that later. Okay, let's continue with you. So now, more attributes. Okay, you have
She's shaking that phone again. A fool.
What do you think your divorce is going to be over?
Never.
Honestly, Kendra, I don't even know. Every single time it's like you think that you come to an agreement on stuff and then, then it's like, oh no. And it's just, I think he's not ready right now.
Nope.
Your husband?
Yeah.
Nah,
and you know what? And I feel like we're friends. We are friends. Like we're really good friends. Really good
But how
friends.
much friends can you be if he's not signing divorce papers? So if he's really your friend, he would sign those divorce papers. So what's holding you to him and him to you, other than you don't want to be divorced either? So I don't think she wants to be divorced either, because if she did, she'd be working on that instead of flying to Miami to meet some guy that she's not interested and pay $300 to do so, which I know what it was. I saw a photo of him. He was in a photo.
Like he
with
is a person who I can depend on. No, we are not.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but we can still sleep in the same bed. Like sometimes I'll go over.
Why?
And we can literally sleep in the same bed. No sex, no nothing.
Yeah, okay.
Like we're just friends.
I don't believe
genuine friends. And we're better that way. When we were together, it was not that.
This is a certified hood classic.
So it's so much better just being friends. But yeah, I got a lot of DMs, a lot of DMs since last time. And I did a video about I tried to start vlogging and stuff about just dating and just, kind of being a little bit transparent, but at the same time, I think I'm really funny and my sense of humor is a little bit different. So, I'm really sarcastic and things.
Not
People
funny.
think I'm serious, but I'm not. So yeah, so I just been.
So here's the thing. You say you're funny, but people in the audience, did you laugh? I didn't laugh. I didn't think she was funny or amusing. So, lady, if you're trying to be a comedian, you might want to save it for somebody else, because
oh my God, who the hell cares?
Doing that, working. I just switched to a new company.
got
I got a promotion.
How does that make sense?
So, girl, I'm chilling.
So you got a new job and promoted at the same time.
So how old are you?
32.
In a karate class.
How old are your kids?
4 and 11.
4 and 11.
A fool.
What do you do for a living?
I'm
project
a
manager. Please.
Project manager. When's your birthday?
8/28/89.
What zodiac sign is that?
Virgo.
She
Virgo.
didn't want people to know.
Okay, and what kind of man?
But she told her she was already.
I don't think he exists, but if he does, he is definitely more submissive. and
he's more submissive than you.
No, like he submits to me, like he's submissive to me.
Hell no.
Yeah, like I just want like.
Oh my goodness! Did you hear that, guys? The only person that's going to agree to that is a
Beta.
male. Once again, a
Beta.
male. All right. We have The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, whatever the hell you want to call his name. What do you have to say, The Rock, about what this lady thinks?
It doesn't matter what you think.
I agree with that. This woman is bugging. And I just have one thing to say to her in her comments.
How dare you?
Doesn't make any sense. Let's continue.
Someone who's calm and chill, who plays the
Submit
background.
to her.
You know what I'm saying?
Bugging.
Like not really opinionated, like don't have a bunch of like.
But you are.
Always like stuff to say and always trying to like tell you what you should do. Or
Beta.
you know what I'm saying? Like how you should move. Like just sit back. What did Chris Rock say? Play the tambourine. So
Beta.
yeah, like that. But successful, obviously. I'm gonna maintain that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to maintain that one.
Why?
Yeah, you said he got to make a certain amount of money, right?
6 figures. She
How
said
much he has
6
to make?
feet,
Six
6 figures,
at
and
least.
6-pack.
At least 6
She was
figures.
saying.
Okay.
That's
And
what
you
the
said that
666
you don't mind
is.
if he has another woman.
No, I don't mind. Like it. I feel like as long as we're open and honest with everything, and
She belongs to the
you know,
streets.
guys are gonna be guys, women are gonna be women. Like
What
people are going to have
does
sex with
that
other
mean?
people. Some people, not everybody, obviously, but like if it happens.
Damn, son,
And
where'd
you
you
date women
find
too?
this?
Yes.
Will you get married again?
Yeah.
You will get married again.
Yeah.
But-
I'll get married. I'll like 4 or 5 more times. I don't care.
Okay.
4
What
or 5
about
more
kids?
times.
Do you
This
want
lady
more
is
kids?
psycho.
No.
For sure, no more kids.
Yeah, no.
So the guy can't have kids?
I would prefer that he didn't.
Mhm.
But
Nah,
if he
nah,
did,
B.
like maybe 1 or 2. Like maybe 1. Probably.
And how long has your divorce process been going on?
For about a year and a half.
One
Okay, and you have no idea. So if a guy's
later.
watching, that might be a concern. So how does he know you're going to get a divorce eventually? Like when
He doesn't.
When
He
should
doesn't.
he expect that? Or you don't mind dating while you're still married?
She don't mind. She's a thought.
Well, obviously you don't mind dating while you're still married. You went to go meet the guy in Florida.
Right.
Facts.
Okay, I don't mind dating while I'm still married, because to me, the marriage part is more about business. Like marriage is
What?
business. Like your relationship, your love, your commitment to each other,
Mm-mm.
that is your relationship. So when your relationship ends like that, that's okay. You know, you're okay.
People, do not take advice from this woman. I'm going to tell you right now, do not take advice from this woman, because you'll find yourself one day sitting across from someone and say,
I'm fighting for my life.
once again, you'll be sitting across from someone and saying,
I'm fighting for my life.
for your life.
You're both honest and open. You're not living together anymore. You know, we have children together, so you know, we're still going to be in each other's lives. The divorce is about business, and that is it. Like,
You said the marriage is about
sometimes
business,
to
not the
close
divorce about
deals,
business.
you have to play the long game, right? And marriage is the business part. And
She
it's
just
saying,
said the
hey, we can
divorce
make
was
a good team, we
this.
can make
This
money
lady's
together, let's
crazy.
make this money together. But when we have this marriage contract, because that's
Beware.
the easiest way to just be like, boom, 50-50. And like, you know, you
Okay, well, I got you. I got to jump in because we don't got that much time, child.
Right.
That's, what's the age range you want to date?
Probably like 32 to 50.
And you don't want the guy in Kansas, right?
In Kansas City, I mean, if he's not from here, it's not. But if he's from here and like grew up here and stuff like that, then no, it's not gonna work.
Last question. Why
She
would a guy
looking
be
for
lucky
those
to be
coins.
with you?
I think because I'm hilarious.
Not even one time.
I'm really funny and I'm really fun to be around, and I feel like he can tell me why he's lucky to be with me. Like I'm lucky to be with myself. So I'm
Good for you. Good for
She's
you.
lucky to be with herself. All
And
right.
stay
let's
with
do it.
yourself.
Give them your Instagram page.
Don't
My
hit her up.
Instagram is Mari, MAURI, I_the THE underscore Magus MH.
All right. So MAURI_THE_MAGUS.
Mm-hmm.
All right, baby girl. Well, listen, this was your last time. We got a 2-time minimum on this show. So I wish you all the best. But I do want you to come back on when you get officially divorced, because I would like to see when that happens.
Okay.
Okay. All right, bye, baby.
A waste.
Bye.
A waste.
Okay,
Now the
actually,
guy's coming up
Touch
next.
text me. He does want to come on to defend himself.
I'm not going to
So let
play
me
the
bring
whole
him
thing
on
for
real
him
quick.
because
Hey, Touch.
he sort of
Bring down
talks
the
in
phone.
circles.
Huh?
Okay, there you go. So a couple things.
And
now,
guys,
I'm gonna allow you to defend yourself, but two
get
things.
one of
Don't be
these.
hitting people up and saying you know
Look,
me. Don't be
you can
name dropping
definitely
like that.
stabilize.
I didn't say like, oh, I know Kendra. Like, that happened to be the conversation. Like,
He's
that's not
annoying.
name drop. Like, I know.
I mean,
He's a
we
weirdo.
are friends, but
Right.
I don't want you to use that as your
Kendra,
way in.
I don't name drop. Like, she's crazy. Number one, 100% crazy. Okay.
Well, Touch. If you don't name drop, how would she know the names? She will only know the names if you tell her.
It's not name dropping. I'm saying that she's my friend. Like, I'm not saying like that's it. I say you're my friend. I'm not lying. Nothing I said is a lie.
That is true. We are friends. Now, Touch,
she did.
Now, another thing that she brought up is that you used the N-word, and she said that you said.
Okay.
Hello.
No, I didn't. Okay.
She said that you said that none of your black friends have ever talked to you about that, and that's not true because you and I have had that conversation before.
Yeah, only because of that. But everybody that I'm around never had the problem. But listen, Kendra, let me defend myself.
Right.
She said she didn't like it, right? She said this is on the phone before anything.
So this is where you see the sign language came into play because he clarified. Now I don't know if he was listening, but he said everyone he was around didn't mind. Not people in general. He was around. And Kendra, you're probably not around him very often. So you do have a problem with it, but you're not around around him enough to mind or not mind. So you're not around him, you do mind, but the people around him do not mind. And that was his point.
Whoa.
All right. So I'm just going to let it play for a little while and then I'm just move on because this goes on for a while and he sort of talks in circles and doesn't make any sense to go around in circles with this guy.
He didn't like me saying that word. I said, listen, that's me. I've had girls before that didn't like it, and I just stopped talking to them because that's just me. Like it's not in a racist way. It's just the way of life. Like it's just a word that in the hip hop
way of life,
it's not racist in any form. And I said, I can try.
Well, no, the N-word is a racist word. You know that.
That's not in the hip hop culture.
Well, because no, N-word. Hold on, real quick.
Come on, Kendra.
The N-word is always going to be a racist word for a black person when a non-black person is saying that. So you're a grown man. You got to make your own decision, but you have to receive that there are black people who will never be comfortable.
I agree with that.
They will never be comfortable with non-black people saying that word.
But if we establish the terms that I'm going to say, I can try to cut back, but it's going to be said. You can't be. Oh my God! Because we already had this discussion.
Okay, that's true. If you said it before she came and she knew you said it, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But you do have to understand that black people are never going to be okay with that.
Some people, listen, Kendra, you know the people I'm around and they have no problem with it. Not saying all. If you feel that way, that's how you feel. I can't change that. But I'm also not going to stop. That's me.
So I think I'm just kind of end it right here because it kind of goes back and forth like this for a while. And we already know kind of what happened for the most part without getting sides. So my interpretation of the whole matter is she had an idea of what this guy was going to be like. In her mind, her initial thought was she would fly down there. She would fly down there and something would happen. More specifically, he would wine her and dine her. Not sure if there was a relationship looming in her mind, but definitely more on the romantic level than the front level. Because who flies $300? I mean, a $300 ticket to see someone they're not interested in. Whenever, maybe. I don't care if Halle Berry was talking to me. I'm not paying $300 to see Halle Berry and nothing's going to happen. That just doesn't make sense.
Oh.
So the problem here is They definitely were bad for each other. The experience wasn't good for her. She was very dissatisfied. He was very dissatisfied. And they're airing it out, even though she said she didn't want to air it out, but did anyway. So I found that to be very interesting. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to really dwell on that. So with that being said, it's about that time. Relationship races. Bring hearts together, one heart at a time. Maury, not Maury Povich, has some sincere delusions about what a relationship should look like and be. What can be said to help her find her way and navigate through life? Jonathan. Oh, that's me. Well, the problem with this lady is that is the problem. She is down with OPP, and that is never really going to get her far in life because she's looking for a man that's stupid, and
Beta.
and that's not going to help any situation anytime soon. But men out there in the world, see this woman.
Come on, man.
Don't let her get to you. Don't let her play you. Don't let her use you. If she gets in your path because you don't want to fall for the banana in the tailpipe and have a headache, and you don't want your boys to laugh at you. So before it's
One eternity later.
you might want to and get out of there. And by the way, folks, this is the relationship braces. And that's pretty much the end of the show. I thank you all for watching. I appreciate all the support, comments, likes, subscribes, everything that you do. With that being said, it is Jonathan St. James, and I am speaking for the Truth is Still Straight podcast. I am out.